Global Info Analytics for Asana Kaumuhumbio. Semube Kaya just recently, ena mibebo mamani se Global Info Analytics for aye oma analysis bi omuchire se nationwide se ekoko bane se omu to abande ya majority of the people in this country ebe to abama John Dramani Mahama. Na polls no omuye no according to regions. Just everyone say northern region, upper east, upper west. No makwa bisa nkrofo say ye to abande ya hwan no be to abama no. Na at the end of the day no voter hudu a NDC ni Mahama enya wo various regions no increase ye pa. Say would you compare voter NDC enya na 2020 na ultimately say difference won pa a increase baby nso esuti kakra but enti bebre. But say would this vote no dey compare NPP die a omanya no polls no ene no omunya na 2020 na ultimately say etiaba from pa enti no eno kra nam so magana for because anhwa Dr. Bawumia di NPP for be jan mguase bia emma omo party na abra omo da. Na yendan sorry another polls asanaba from Global Info Analytics for her. Na sa polls we know is not about regions or constituencies. It's about eniyama asisi ewo each of them amamumu. Enti yemfa say ye behwe economy send ye Dr. Bawumia ne nkrofo manage economy nde. Na dey compare Mahama penso na ya bisa Ghana for say wohwe nkrofo mienu we ya hwan mu na manage economy ni ye. Na afede odi atutu na watu abama obi obeto ama no. Na guess what? Polls ne ba na wie ye no. Na vote NDC ni jo Mahama kura ne de na ese wani ense o ka kire. Let's move ahead. And we shall say, for voters whose top issues is corruption, JDM also leads, albeit with narrower margin. Among voters who said corruption is top issue, JDM leads with 49% among all voters, followed by DMB with 29%. Alankojo Chiremantin 11%. Among floating voters, JDM leads with 54%. Dr. Bawumia leads with 19% and Alan Chiremantin with 14%. Now, has said Mamin Chiremu, yes, corruption, katashisheno no proye. Enti, omu bisa say the Mahama, Dr. Bawumia, and Alan Chiremantin jina ne kase, obia katashisheno no proya dukuru no pa. That's the question no. Obia katashisheno no proya dukuru no pa. Eye hwanya. Na obehwe obi a katahye no proye andukuru ne bebre na o de vote amano ana obi a onye corrupt kura na o de vote amano enti voters no hwe omo say obi a eba corruption asema sebi yenti ne dim bebre eye Mahama ena all votes omo de 49% ema Mahama ena Dr. Bawumia enya 29% followed by Alankojo Chiremantin 11%. Enti no yemfa say the Mahama ne Bawumia jina holom na ekasa why na ye corrupt pa according to Global Info Analytics for no mu kire say enkrofo mu kwa interview omu ni kire say Dr. Mahamuru Bawumia corrupt what than Mahama enti no 49% of vote and as enkrofo ne dia Mahama say about corruption na no 144 musa sana vote ni kire and after obas ye hono ma yesi among floating voters JDM leads with 54%. Dr. Bawumia 19 and Alan Chiremantin 14. Yakase floating voters aye binum ntiase ye. Floating voters ye nkrofobia omudi omuchiri nkwasem. And we have to understand one thing. Floating voters and a majority of the times omudane than vote ne maye. We be win this year, we be lose this year. Floating voters ajuma. And ye has said you see. O share your friends saying floating voters na omo munni party bia ma omo dia omo tim sisa omo vote year bia no san krofo no 54% na to omo aba ma ajo Mahama eno emu 19% to ma Dr. Bawumia na 14% ye de ma Alan Chiremantin. This is based on corruption. Now let's move on to another issue. This one is on jobs. You heard near obetima creating Juma Amagana for. Now see. Was it for voters whose top issue is job? JDM also leads. Among voters who said the jobs is top issue, JDM leads with 46% among all voters, followed by Dr. Mahama Bawumia with 31%, Alan Chiramantin 12%. Enti Oshe Haseya, according to Nkrofo Global Info 4, ekwaye omu interview no, omu kire se obi a obetima providing juma anaso obi a wa providing juma penyama Ghana for a omu beto aba ama no Mahama enti 46%. Ena Mahama nyae ewo in all the voters. Ena Dr. Bawumia nya 31%, followed by Alan Chiramantin 12%. Afede obas ye hono ma e wana ye floating voters no. Ena mama your friends and John Mahama 54%, Dr. Bawumia 15%, ena Alan Chiramantin so 15%. Ha say no Alan ne Bawumia ebo draw. I hope you can see the data. Wa on send it here. Aha. Wow, mami zoom in ahwe ni yi. Undecided for so hodom omude won chen hono ma omude ye 10% no. Ena Mahama pulled na ye tintin no. Aha. So sana omusi ye abatwo no. We a global info for now. Let's move to the next issue. This one is education. Was it for voters whose top issue is education? JDM also leads with a bet with narrow margin into Oma near ehi omu se president biaba obeye ama omu eye enwumasuano omu nso abatoa na ebai. Among voters who said education is top issue, JDM leads with 43% among all voters, followed by DMB 37%, Alan Chiramantin 9%. Among floating voters, JDM leads with 56%, DMB 17%, and Alan Chiramantin 12%. Now, mami chire bibi mu ansa na matwa so. You can say all voters now, they are referring to MDC and NPP or more voters. That is what they are referring to. Almost no. You can say MDC and NPP for or more voters ni na yepe. That's what I will say. Because anka ye two aba based on NDC and NPP for voters and kadebia ebeko runoff. Yes. Because obi a wayi no hunso ye NDC ni no oye NDC ni. Obi a wayi no hunso ye NPP ni oye NPP ni. But say ye two abanu wie sana. Na both parties no nkrofo decide ya na afede omo aye from floating voters no obi a 2020 or two abama NPP a 2024 best san no. Your friend them floating voter. Onu fiti 1992 ebepim da amino kasai or two abama we 4 years 4 years time no asesa nsa no san krofo no e na ye from floating voters and they say oba among all the voters now party for na two abama omu favorite atu abama omu nipa wie no Mahama anya 43%, na your friends and Dr. Bawumia anya 37%, na Alan Chiramantin anya 9% no after ba floating voters ni nchan ya oma dane omu edi 56 ama Mahama, Dr. Bawumia anya 17, ena yedi your friends and 12% ama Alan Chiramantin. Now mane nya mwanwa say Alan Chiramantin vote na onya no NPP phobia. Yes, some of the NPP members are now nko pesa Alan ye flag bearer omu ne to abama Alan Chiramantin. Yes, that's why you should know. And no has say no education so no Mahama sana leadi. Now let's move on. You caught the next one. Was the data from the October 2023 poll suggests that on the economy, the top issue for voters in 2024, John Mahama has a strong lead over his rivals. Among voters who said the economy is top issue, JDM leads with 50% among all voters, followed by DMB with 30%, Alan Chiramantin 10%. However, among floating voters, a bloc likely to decide who becomes president 2025. JDM leads with 61%, DMB 14%, and Alan Chiramantin 11%. Enti has say no. Ye kire say e ba economy. Ye bisa Ghana for say ye di o manishe Mahama na Dr. Bawumia na Alan Chiramantin sema why na betima tutu ye sika sem yi. ena 50% ekoma Mahama, Dr. Bawumia 30% na Alanchiramantin 10%. Ena fede yaba floating voters so. Ena your friends and floating voters ne say, oh, John Mahama lead with 61%. Ena your friends and DMB 14%. Ena Alanchiramantin ekra 11% from the floating voters. Enti ukofa the main vote no. Mahama nya 50%, na Bawumia nya 30%, na Alanchiramantin so enya 10%. Na ofri honom na osamba floating voters ni nchen ya obehunze Mahama nya 61%, DMB 14, na Alanchiramantin so asanye den anya 11. And this is also based on what? On the economy. And I say no. I have said the global info analytics for na omo chire your friends and regions are how do you call it, Christians bebre to about ho be Muslims to about bebre ho no ni ade. Until I was say distribution of voters by religions October distribution of voters by religions according the October 2023 minimum some battery according to the October 2023 poll. And you see the polls meba. I see the polls suggest that approximately 44% of Christian voters live in Greater Accra and Ashanti regions. They just said 44% of Christopher Mutuaba ewo Greater Accra and Ashanti region. About half of Muslim voters live in Greater Accra, Ashanti and Northern regions. Half of Muslims or Mutuaba ewo Greater Accra, Ashanti and Northern region. And nearly quarter live in the Northern region. Yes, okon of Muslims ewo honum ye pa. Intene house Northern how do you call Muslim voters so do so pa. You know much I say majority of voters who belong to traditional religion are from the Western region. Enti oma omunso abusunsum for so omutuaba bebre na ewo himfa Western region. Enti osha posa asanaba no Ghana for they are voting on corruption, economy, jobs and education. And na global info for aye omunhwehwe modi o analysis abeto was say based on that crampona still Mahama is going to win because Ghana for ehun say upon all this and crofona antima manage this sectors ye and no modi omutumi we Mahama. That is according to global info analytics for omunhwehwe mu a omaye. Medin the King Fantastic. Hi Ghanaian Citizen TV so. Share my dream or comment section. Do you agree with global info analytics for? And I say you don't agree with them. My anti one can comment box.